I'm back. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I am Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru, uh, and I'm here tonight trying to recover from yesterday's live that actually had no audio. So, I'm back this evening to try and do a redo or to, you know, so hopefully, no one even noticed. I think a couple of people came in and they probably went back out because they realized there was no audio. So, nevertheless, welcome if you're entering my space this evening. My name again is Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru. And the purpose for this live, which I will be holding every Tuesday and Thursday, um, right here at 7 p.m. Trying to get more consistent with informing my community around our events that will be happening largely for 2025, but we have a couple of things that are up and coming. And so I wanted to apprise the community of our upcoming events. And so I'm going to take a little bit of water before we start and just to give more people a little bit more time to come into the space. Um, I'm really excited about the upcoming events. October 10th is our first event, and it is a webinar. It's a free webinar. It requires registration. We actually just posted it on our social media platform, Instagram platform. Oh, it went to Facebook too. At Gentle Spirit Birth, the handle for my home birth practice, Gentle Spirit Birth. And we just posted that webinar that will take place next month, October 10th at 7. And it is all about pathways to the practice of midwifery or pathways to practice the art of midwifery. And that's the name of the event. And we're going to delve into the different pathways to becoming a midwife because there's so many and there's so much information or confusion or misunderstanding around it. And we thought it's important because there's so much interest that, we raise awareness so that individuals are more empowered to make the decisions they think are important for them. So again, tonight's live is all about information. It's all about just apprising everyone of our upcoming events. And the first event will take place October 10th at 7. It is a webinar on Zoom. The links are on at Gentle Spirit Birth and also at A Woman's Way, spelled AWOMBMANSWAY. And I'm going to put them in the chat, all of those links, so people will have them and can refer back to them when needed. So let's put them up. Let's see, where are they? So I was just waiting for individuals to join us and also wanted to entertain any questions around the upcoming webinar or any other questions folks might have around the practice of midwifery and or around home birth or out of hospital birth. So again, my name is Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru, and I'm on tonight so I could apprise our community of our upcoming events. One of the things we want to focus on for the end of the year and the beginning of next year is really to promote more workshops, educational workshops, and also offer more trainings. And so the next event will be our student midwife or birth worker skills training. It's a one-day event that will take place November 9th. That's a Saturday, one day skills training event that will take place in Raleigh. Again, that is actually on the website, and I'll put that in the chat right now. And I thought I had all of them lined up to post, but I don't know what happened to my post, my information that I had, but I'll just do them all again. Let's see if it pops up. It usually pops right up. And tonight it's not popping right up. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm using a different computer tonight, so some of the things that I'm used to having at my fingertips on my other computer, I'm not seeing here. So I will put my handle on Instagram in the chat. Mm-mm-mm. If you want to see the latest post, it's also on A Woman's Way. So those are our social media platforms, and we just posted the link to register for our upcoming webinar, Pathways to the Practice of the Art of Midwifery. And that should last about an hour and a half. We usually allow about 20 minutes to 30 minutes for question answer. So that will take place again October 10th, and you need to register in advance. And the link to register is on those handles. And I'm also going to post it here so that everyone can have an opportunity to copy and paste. So moving forward, I am going to hold a live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7, where I will entertain any questions around midwifery, around home birth, around women's health, around reproductive justice, around birth justice. It's important to me to continue to have language around that, or hold space around birth, and just speaking to the inequities that still exist. So I will continue to create space for that to occur. And yeah, I am using a different computer tonight, so I'm feeling a little out of sorts. A little out of sorts. Here is my link to, let's see, I think that's here. Copy. Woo, geez, I found it. All right. So to recap, this evening's live is actually a live that was done yesterday, but that one we had a little faux pas. Our audio wasn't working, so tonight we're just doing another one. But moving forward, the live will take place every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. I will probably try and hold some of them on TikTok as well, but always moving towards the YouTube studio. So our first, I want to say we have about 2 more events for the rest of this year. And the first upcoming event will be in about 2 weeks. It's a webinar. The link to register, you can find them at my handles that I just posted in the chat, at Gentle Spirit Birth, as well as A Woman's Way. And I'm going to put the link right now in it where you can register directly if you're listening, and if you happen to, I don't know why that says that number right there. Visit my channel this evening. So I'm placing it in the chat, and there it is. Nope, not, not there. Paste. Oops, doesn't want to paste. What the hell? Let's try it again. Alrighty then. Move this down. Okay, this is really weird. Really weird. Copy. We're going back. Try and do it again. Be in the chat. Okay, come on now. Paste. Oh, it's not pasting. Let's see. Command V then. Nope, not doing it there. Weird. Okay. Doesn't want to paste. All right. So if you go to the social media platform, Instagram at Gentle Spirit Birth or A Woman's Way, you will see the Zoom link. And you just put it in the browser because I have exhausted my link options. So they won't allow. So anyway, that will take place on a Thursday night, October 10th at 7. And again, we'll be talking about the pathways to midwifery because there is so much discussion and talk around, or confusion around, which pathway leads to midwifery. We wanted to talk about all of them. And we may break it up into about 3 components. And so our focus will be on, CPM pathway, traditional midwifery pathway, the certified nurse midwifery pathway. And we're also going to talk a little bit about direct entry and certified midwifery, which kind of goes hand in hand with CNM and or CPM, depending on the state. We're also going to talk about board certification, accredited, non-accredited programs, as well as a portfolio evaluation process. So it's a lot of information. So that's probably why we will break it up. We'll also focus a little bit on emotional, mental wellness for each pathway. So it's going to be interesting, and hopefully we'll have folks join us with lots of questions. Again, will take place on Thursday, October 10th at 7, and you must register in advance. The following event that will take place is our one-day skills training, which will take place in person in Raleigh, North Carolina. That is already on our website. And let's see, I'm going to post that website. The link to register is under skills. And we're actually running a discount if you register, an early discount fee. If you register now, why is that not going? Okay, something's going on. I don't know what. Okay, I don't know what to do. It's not happening this evening. But again, it was a storm. So I don't know. Maybe the storm has something to do with it. Weird. So I had to write it out. So I wrote out the whole entire web page link. It would not allow me to copy and paste. Last night I was able to copy and paste. Tonight I'm not. So there is the website link. You can copy and paste and put it in your browser and click on skills training. It will list the topics, and also there's a link for you to register and make your payment. If you're interested in scholarship, you must contact us directly at 704-420-0424. Again, 704-420-0424. Limited seating. We usually don't take more than 10, and we already have, I think, 6 or 7 people are registered. So I would encourage you to kindly go to the website and register. So if you are just now joining us, again, this is my channel, Midwifery Chronicles, Trials, Tribulations, and Triumphs, where we hold discussion and we post information about our workshops, our trainings, events, and the life of a midwife. I am Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru. I've been practicing the art of midwifery for over 30 years, and it's time for me to pass it forward. So I've been passing it forward through my A Woman's Way Warrior Midwife training program, and also holding some of these events that I'm discussing this evening. So at the end of this year, we're going to try and host a couple of events. The first being our webinar that will take place on October 10th, Thursday evening. It is a webinar on Zoom, and the link you can find at our social media handles at Gentle Spirit Birth and A Woman's Way. So I tried to post the link here, would not allow. I don't know why, but technology. So hopefully those of you who are just now joining us uh, under understand that this live is all about talking about our upcoming events. And so our next event following that webinar is our skills training. And our skills training will be held, it's an in-person one-day event. And it's for anyone who's interested in honing and refining and nurturing and sharpening their skills in terms of maternal assessment, abdominal mapping, cervical exams. Once completed, we usually distribute a certification in midwifery assistant proficiency. Of course, you have to demonstrate that proficiency during the training. So it is an 8-hour one-day training, and we will be focusing on specific areas. This is not our usual 3 to 4 day training. So if you're interested in that, you can go to our website, www.awomenswaywarriormidwifetraining.com, and I have posted it in the chat. And actually, if you're interested in becoming a midwife, you can certainly apply. We are accepting applicants for our 2026 cohort. So our programs are 2-year programs, and we do not accept applicants until that particular cohort has fully completed the program and is graduated. We believe in consistency and being able to show up in the fullness of ourselves. We want to be able to teach in a way that our students can have individualized attention. And we want to make sure that the teacher-student ratio does not really go beyond 10 to 15 students per instructor. So it's important for us to really be committed to that fundamental tenet. So if you're interested in becoming a midwife student, certainly can fill out an application for that. We did offer scholarships to our enrollees, and hopefully in 2026, we'll be in a position to offer more scholarships. So there is a checkbox where you can indicate whether there is a need, and you will have to include that in your essay. So the application process is completing that application, an essay, completing and submitting an essay, and also 2 letters of recommendation. Then we interview you, and you get to interview us as well to see if this is a good fit. So tonight's live is all about information. It's all about sharing. It's all about encouraging, empowering, and informing our community about our educational workshops and trainings, our upcoming educational workshops and trainings. A Woman's Way Warrior Midwife training will be holding in person and online workshops. And so, following that training is our doula training, which will take place, I believe that is January. Where's my paper? I believe it's January 9th of 2025. And we will be having a link on our website for applications. We are offering scholarships for our doula training that will take place in person at the first of the year. So we're really excited about that, a Woman's Way Warrior doula training. And so on our website, we will offer applications for those of you who are interested in our doula training. And for some reason, my paper is not even around anymore. Whew, tonight is really a great night here. Anyway, I am going to wing it because I had a list of uh, things I really wanted to make sure that I talked about. Okay, I'm not sure where that went, but neither here nor there. Tonight's live is all about talking about what's upcoming for the end of this year and the beginning of next year. So I think we were on our fourth event, first webinar on pathways to becoming a midwife or the art of midwifery. And again, we're going to delve into all pathways, not just one. The pathway to becoming a CPM, the pathway to becoming a certified nurse midwife, a CM, direct entry, and traditional midwifery. All of them are valuable and all are important for our communities to have knowledge about so that you can make an informed decision if you're considering answering the call, if you feel it is in your spirit and you feel, this is your purpose in life. And so I think it's a must take webinar because, there's so much chatter around the pathways. And it's important to have enough information and enough knowledge so you can make an informed decision and decide what's right for you. What pathway is right for you based in your own experience, your own community that you want to serve, the state in which you live in, finances, your belief system, your value system. Um, how are you, principally, I want to say, how does it feel or fit in your lifestyle? Principally midwifery and the value of it. How do you feel you want to show up? And what type of midwife do you feel is right for you, actually? So that's the reason for having this. And also because I've learned as the founder and CEO of a Woman's Way Warrior Midwife training program that some of the applicants do have no clue as to which direction they want to go in. And so there's a lot of chatter and a lot of talk around that. And I really want to make sure people really understand, I want to say, the depth and degree of study that's involved. It is a tremendous amount of sacrifice and commitment. And so you want to make that choice. You don't want to spend money and waste money because most programs have non-refundable tuition policies. So I think it's really incredibly important to have enough knowledge so you can make the right choice and right decision for you. So that is one of the main purposes of hosting our webinar on October 10th at 7. That's a Thursday night. And the link to register, it is free now. It's a free webinar and it should go no more than 1.5 hours. We're going to try and get in as much as we can, but we probably will break it up into three and have, CPM focus, CNN for focus, traditional midwifery focus. Not to say that we won't talk about all of them within each webinar series. I mean, uh, within each webinar event. I mean, it's hard not to talk about it. Each one impacts the other. And it's important for you to know. So again, that's our first event next month. Following that, we are going to be hosting a one-day skills training for our student midwives, individuals who are birth workers, who are already midwife assistants, and they want to sharpen their skills. So we're going to review postpartum hemorrhage, the ABCs of resuscitation. So, it's going to be fully packed. It's going to be a lot of information, but I think it's really important information that you'll walk away from and retain. So that information is listed on our website under the skills training, and there's a button you can click on to register, and it also will list the topics. So yeah, if you're interested, you can go to the website and fill out the application, and hopefully we'll see you. That takes place November 9th. November 9th is a Saturday from 9 to 5. And so we're really excited about hosting our one-day event. We usually host 3 to 4 day skills training, but this time we're just focusing on some areas of need. So if you're interested in honing your skills or refining them, this would be a wonderful opportunity for a birth worker or a student midwife from any program. But you have to register, and we are running a discount if you register now. I believe it ends the 1st of October. I think it does. You have to go online and look. Let's see. Following that, of course, ongoing, we have our application, midwife application. If you're interested in becoming a midwife, that application can be found on our website. And we are accepting cohorts, individuals who are interested in our 2026 cohort. So that process is completing the application, sending in your essay, and also submitting 2 letters of recommendation. Thereafter, we will schedule an interview. And of course, you get to interview us as well. And so we talk a little bit about what brought you to the path, a little bit about what your needs are, who are you, how do you sit in this space. And lots of information on the website, so feel free to go and peruse. Just waiting for some folks to ask some questions. If you're just now joining us, I am Grand Warrior Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru. My practice is Gentle Spirit Home Birth Midwifery Service, and I am the founder and CEO of A Woman's Way Warrior Midwife Training Program. And we will be hosting lives every Tuesday and Thursday at 7, where we will talk about the trials and tribulations and triumphs of midwives, midwife students, our practice, the program, my journey, upcoming events. We will have live informational sessions too, where there's Q&A. So yeah, stay tuned. So to recap, tonight's live was really to inform our community about our upcoming events. And the next event will take place online, October 10th, Thursday at 7 p.m. And that is about pathways to the practice of midwifery. And so we're going to talk a lot around education, board certification, traditional midwifery, the apprenticeship model, tools and jewels, the importance of self-care and a well-balanced emotional, mental well-being and state in order to continue on this journey and sustain yourself. So we'll talk a lot about that. And then following that event is our event in November, which is November 9th on a Saturday from 9 to 5, where we will host a 1 day skills training. It's really focused areas. But for those who are interested in honing their skills, again, refining and reviewing, this would be a wonderful opportunity. It is a very discounted rate, by the way. You can certainly access that by going to our website, which I posted in the chat, A Woman's Way Warrior Midwife Training.com. And, you know, on that website, if you are interested in becoming a midwife and you are interested in enrolling in our 2026 cohort, you certainly can take advantage of that opportunity and submit an application. Um, Application requirements are listed on the website, but you must submit an essay and also 2 letters of recommendation, and then an interview is scheduled. We usually recommend that you talk a little bit about yourself in your essay or what brought you to the world of birth work, reproductive health care. Um, so talk about yourself, talk about your experience, talk about all those things that speak of you and your skill and your desire in your essay. Um, I also mentioned earlier that we were able, fortunately, to offer partial scholarships for our current enrollees, and hopefully we will be able to do that for our upcoming enrollees for our 2026 cohort. So stay tuned. And on that application is a space for you to indicate if you're interested in the partial scholarship. And the other event we were talking about is our Woman's Way Warrior Doula training, which takes place in January of 2025. And I believe it would be the second Saturday in January. I believe that falls on the 9th, and I could be saying the wrong day, but let's check. And we don't want to say the wrong date for January of the new year. It is let's see, actually, it's the 11th. So it will be January 11th. And of course, on our social media platforms, we're going to plaster it all over. And I would say that once you see that application completed immediately, particularly if you're interested in a scholarship, um, so we will offer 2 scholarships for the doula training. Our goal is to offer full scholarship, but I can't guarantee that. But there will be some form of scholarship. Again, if you're really interested, I would suggest that you put your name in the chat because it's a first come, first serve. And also depending on availability. Yeah, I think I went through all of the upcoming events. We talked about the webinar, we talked about the skills training, we talked about the upcoming doula training, and also the ongoing application for the midwife training program for our 2026 cohort. And also want to talk a little bit about our services as a well woman care practice. Gentle Spirit Midwifery Service also offers GYN care, which is also known as well woman care. So that I'm going to put in the chat our link to schedule an appointment. So, Well Woman Care includes a cervical cancer screening, breast exam, It can include a physical exam if that's something that you desire and need. We can do labs. The fee is $175 for the visit. We will charge your insurance for any laboratory work. If you want more than STI testing, HIV, or syphilis testing, and you want cholesterol and anemia, we can do it all. So it is a well woman visit, and the visit lasts about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And the link I'm going to share in the chat. Um, Again, we don't only offer prenatal, postpartum, and labor and birth services, we also offer well woman care services. And so that includes GYN, which is family planning, STI, sexually transmitted infection or disease testing, and lab work. Of course, breast exam and or physical exam if you so desire. I am going to place the link for that in the, let's see. Oh, maybe because it was a link, it wouldn't do it in the chat. Let's see. Will it allow me to just copy and paste? Will it allow me to copy and paste? Let's try this time, see what happens. Try again. Nope. Okay, let's do it. One more from, let's see. Let's see if we download it and then do it. Will it say yes? Weird, because it was, when I was on last night, it allowed me to copy and paste the link. And now there's an issue. Let's see. I cut it this time, so maybe. Now it's going. Look at there. Look at it. So, cool beans. There you have it. Let's try that again with all the other ones. Hey. If you're just now joining us, Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru here. And tonight we're discussing our upcoming webinar, upcoming trainings, upcoming events, A Woman's Way Warrior Midwife Training, upcoming events, Gentle Spirit Birth or Gentle Spirit Midwifery services. That includes Well Woman services, Well Woman Care, which includes GYN, gynecological care, STD testing, and family planning, Well Woman Care. And that may include a physical exam if you so choose to. I have posted the links in the chat. Yay, went through. The link for our website where you can find the application for the midwifery program, the application for the doula training program, the registration for the skills training, and also the link to schedule your GYN visit. Right now, we only host those visits on Thursdays, but towards the beginning of the year, we're going to open up more days. We also posted the Instagram handles where you can find the link to register for our webinar October 10th at 7 p.m. That's a Thursday evening. I am going to see if I can copy and paste it now because it's acting nicely. You know, something I did, I don't know what. I think because I downloaded it, it allowed it. It's weird. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm really happy that I can now paste it. Let's see. Yay. So that's the registration link for our webinar, Pathways to the Art of Midwifery. So I think I got them all in there. Let's check one more time. Download. Oh, not that one. What happened? Okay, wait. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So two more links. I am going to, I don't know what that was, but let's delete that. So we have another service that we offer is IV hydration. How many of you out there know what that is? Probably a lot of you. And it's not only for hangover or sports medicine or weight loss. It's also for just wellness, and energy and revitalization, or just feeling like you want to boost. Um, so if you go to our website, Serenity IV Drip Bar, you can schedule an appointment after you decide what IV hydration is right for you. A lot of it is really just vitamin supplementation, vitamin C, electrolyte supplementation. So we also offer it for hyperemesis gravidarum, which is excessive vomiting in pregnancy, replacement of IV therapy. And we can give medication if it's so excessive and persistent. Depending on what type of midwife you are, you have those prescription writing privileges, or also known as prescriptive authority. That's a big word. And because you receive that kind of training. And so I have that. I am able to write prescriptions. And I happen to be a certified nurse midwife. And I'm also a certified midwife, also a certified professional midwife. I've been practicing medicine for midwifery for over 30 years, but I've been in the medical field for like 40 something years, initially practicing as a physician assistant. So I have a wealth of knowledge, very strong fund of knowledge when it comes to medicine, and not just women's health care. So medicine, internal medicine and pediatric adolescent medicine, um, a dearth of uh, knowledge. And I pull from that to help me manage, my clients, and understand my clients, and understand them in terms of their health and well-being. So it never leaves your mind, what you learn, particularly if you're passionate about it. So, and I am passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about being a midwife. I midwife everything in my life. And so, if you're on this path to becoming a midwife, you will find that it dictates every aspect of your life, particularly what prompted us to host these live online webinars, to inform, to educate, to empower. So the next webinar, as I was stating earlier, is our webinar that will take place October 10th at 7 on a Thursday evening. And that webinar focuses on the pathways to the practice of the art of midwifery. And since there's so much information surrounding the pathway and so many different pathways, we thought it would be beneficial for our community to get more clarity around that. And so we're offering a webinar where we will talk about, and not just the educational component, but the other components that, a lot of webinars are, I want to say, don't focus on or speak enough about. So we're going to talk a lot about those other aspects, which are just as important as knowing which educational um, journey you want to embark upon, what type of midwife you desire to be. And only you know that. But if you have enough information about it, that will help you. If you know more about each pathway and how it feels to you, for you, how it sits with you when you hear it, where does it fall, helps you make the right decision for you in terms of this journey. It is important because we've had individuals who have embarked on this journey in our program who were very indecisive after coming into the program. and didn't realize how much work was involved. And so, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's not for the faint at heart. It's not for the weary. You have to have staying power and be so, so committed, and know that you know that you know that this is your path. This is your dharma in life. This is your purpose. And really be passionate about it. Really be driven, because it is a lifelong commitment, a lifelong sacrifice. In fact, I'm going to end ours in about 10 minutes so I can get some sleep, just in case one of my clients goes into labor. Got to get that rest in there so I can, show up in the fullness of myself for them. So I can give the most, I want to say, um, not only appropriate, but the most attentive care, the most loving care, joy-filled care, you know, and connected care, care that will support her needs, and care that will support her in the way that she needs to be supported. And the only way you know that is by getting to know your clients. And also loving, loving, loving what you do. You have to really love this. Because if you don't, they're gonna know. Your clients, your patients will know. They will feel it. They will feel whether you're burnt out, whether you're disgusted, frustrated, disappointed. It's hard to hide those emotions. So that's part of why we are offering and hosting this live webinar on October 10th, on a Thursday at 7 p.m. Pathways to the practice of midwifery, to give clarity, understanding, and as much information as needed to help others make a decision and make the right choice for them around the pathway to midwifery, whether it's traditional midwifery, certified nurse midwifery, certified professional midwife, which one is right for you. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to do a recap of all of the events that are up and coming. If you're just now joining, I'm going to do a recap right now so that you're well aware of it. We started off by informing everyone about our upcoming event in October, October 10th at 7. It is our webinar, our free Zoom webinar. You need to register in advance. And I placed the link in the chat. So if you're just now joining us, you can copy and paste it. It is also living on our Instagram handles, Gentle Spirit Birth and A Woman's Way. And I think I did. I pasted the link in the chat. So if you're just now joining us, again, our next webinar, Pathways to Midwifery, is in the chat. And it's a Zoom link, and you must register in advance. And then following that is our one-day skills training, which will take place November 9th. That's a Saturday from 9 to 5. You will find information about that on our handles, of course, and on Instagram and Facebook, but also on our website, which I put the link to our website in the chat, and you can click on skills training and find out time, find out fee, price, time, and the topics that we will focus on. It is for midwife students, birth workers, uh, midwife assistants who need to refine their skills. It's for anyone who's interested in really understanding skills assessment during labor and birth and postpartum. If you're a birth worker, I would highly recommend you attend. So go to our website and register. We actually are offering a discount fee. It is a deep discount from our 3 to 4 day training. So take advantage of this one-day event. It is in person in Raleigh, North Carolina. And following that, we also talked about our upcoming A Woman's Way Warrior Doula training, which will take place the second weekend in January. So save the date. I believe that's January 11th. It's a Saturday. We will post on our social media, and we also have applications for that on A Woman's Way website. We are always taking, there's ongoing applications for the midwifery training program for our 2026 cohort. So you certainly can take advantage of that. We have our website posted in the chat for that. Feel free to take advantage and apply. Um, we will we will be accepting applications all the way up to the end of 2025. And hopefully we'll be able to offer scholarships. We were able to offer scholarships for our current enrollees, and hopefully we will for our 2026 enrollees. The other services that we're offering that we really wanted to talk more about and we'll be posting a lot more about is our Gentle Spirit Well Woman Care. Gentle Spirit Well Woman Care. Um, we offer that in our practice located in Raleigh. And to schedule your GYN visit, which is 45 minutes to an hour, where we offer STI testing, pap smears or cervical cancer screening, breast exams, and also if you need to have a physical exam and any other lab work that's needed. We're going to also schedule an ultrasound as well. So I posted the link in the chat, Calendly link in the chat. Those visits take place on Thursdays. You can schedule through Calendly, and in 2025, we'll actually offer more days for GYN care. And lastly, the other service is IV hydration, Serenity IV hydration. And I posted the link in the chat. So if you're interested in receiving IV hydration, vitamin therapy, we call it, or electrolyte replacement, you can see the link in our chat, Serenity IV Drip Bar, and schedule one based on whichever, I want to say, combination of vitamins you desire. And I think that ends our live tonight. This was really informative, a lot of information, maybe too much, but I'll probably, take one or two. I want to say next Tuesday and talk and focus mainly on one or two and really get more into it. So, because there's a lot of information, but, you guys are smart. You can handle it. So most of the information or more information can be found on Instagram at our handles at Gentle Spirit Birth or at A Woman's Way. More information can be found about applications for our doula training and our midwife training program on our website, A Woman's Way, we're midwifetraining.com, and that's posted in the chat as well. And if you're interested in scheduling a GYN exam or visit, 45-minute to an hour visit usually takes place on a Thursday. The fee is only $175, and it includes your visit, your exam. All the lab work is charged to your insurance company. If you do not have insurance, we will give a reduction in the lab work through our indigent program. You must indicate that. So, lots of information. Take advantage of all the links in the chat, um, including our Serenity IV drip bar. If you're interested in vitamin replacement and enhancement for energy or for anything else you feel you need. Some of it we give amino acid hydration as well, but mainly is vitamins and minerals and electrolyte. So I think that covers it. That's it. That's a lot of information. Again, this is Midwife Sakina Oyuhuru with A Woman's Way Warrior Midwife Training. And we're entering our 4th year. Wow, our 4th year. We've been in existence. It's been joy-filled, challenging. There have been trials and triumphs, but so pleased that we have been able to sustain ourselves, and we're going to continue to thrive in that space. of education. So yeah, Women's Way Warrior Midwife Training, we are going to be celebrating our 4th year come 2025. Woo hoo! And actually, we've been in our space in November. I believe that will be 1 year, our new space. We have a lot to celebrate. A year of celebration, always something to celebrate. The focus is always to find joy, even in those challenging spaces. So, again, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, you guys will join us every Tuesday and Thursday where you'll get a chance to ask more questions. But take advantage of those websites and handles and links that we posted in the chat. And hopefully, we'll talk again or see you at our webinar or see you at our training. Um, yeah, and we're going to have a lot more webinars and a lot more in-person training. So hopefully we'll see you then. This has been wonderful. Um, that wraps it. That wraps it up. Thank you again. Have a great evening and take care. Midwife Sakina Uhuru signing off. Good night.